Hi guys, I hope you're having a lovely day. This video is just going to be some updates, possibly showing you guys some port stuff, and repeating some stuff about next week for Jackie. This way I want to just make sure that everybody has the information. I am hoping that everybody will wear pink April 29th. If you would like to take a picture of yourself wearing pink and either send it to me on my Facebook page, Chronically Hopeful, DM it to me, or email it to me, all that information will be in the description box. Please check it out. I will make a second video May 1st featuring everybody's pictures and anything else that you guys want to submit. If you want to submit like artwork or words, I guess, like for her family or for her. I just think it would be a really nice thing for us to have for the chronic illness community and for her friends, families, loved ones, supporters, followers. I just feel it's something for everybody kind of to remember her by, I'm hoping. It is going to be kind of a little bit rushed, I feel, because it's the 29th that it's happening, and then I need everything by like the 30th. This way it can go up the 1st. So that's where we're at with that. So please make sure to wear pink. If you've seen the graphic on Facebook or Instagram or social, please share it. This way we can get as many people to wear pink as possible. Okay, so I think those were the main updates. And I'm really looking forward to be honest with you guys, to be able to have time to talk about Jackie and to remember her, because the only way that we all can do this is long distance. Not because of the pandemic, but because all of us, the chronic illness community, we're so spread out. I mean, yeah, I'm sure there are people like in my county who are sick, but there's nobody I'm friends with, you know, like all my friends are long distance. So like the social distancing stuff, like it's almost funny in a way because like it's normal for us, you know what I mean? So anyways, updates. These telehealth appointments. I like the concept, don't get me wrong. This has potential, people. Big potential. Like after the coronavirus stuff, telehealth can be a very valuable tool. We need to learn how to use the tool properly. We start with that. I've had 2 appointments this week. 2 appointments did not go as smoothly as I could have wanted or hoped, really, for them to go. So the one yesterday, I felt kind of very dismissed by the doctor. I felt like I was kind of intruding or annoying her. I felt like she didn't have time for me. In perspective, this is a physician that I usually speak with for about 30 minutes, you know. Complex, a lot happens in a month, even when you're seeing them monthly. There's so many updates, it's ridiculous. But I usually spend a minimum of, I would say, 30 minutes with her. This was a 5-minute appointment, so... And everything was kind of like, well, I'll make a note. It wasn't like an open dialogue or a conversation. And I was really annoyed with that because I didn't feel like I was heard at all. I was like, well, I fell, and it was, I'll make a note. I had an adrenal crisis. I'll make a note. Haven't been eating. I'll make a note. Like, okay, like I get that you'll make a note, but like, how is this affecting what you're treating? Like, let's just talk about that like we usually would. And then she had my mom hold up the phone so she could examine me, and I haven't had a physical exam in the office like in quite a few visits. So that was a little bit weird, and it didn't make any sense because it wasn't a real physical exam. It was bend forward and bend backwards, and I was like, I have dystonia. I'm not really sure, or we think I have dystonia of the tight muscles, you guys know. And I'm like, I don't really know what we're proving here, or like what we're looking, like I don't understand what you were looking for, and I didn't really get an answer, which I don't love. Moving on. So I mean, it didn't go like successfully. I still have treatment. It has changed from that physician, and it is very frustrating when you don't feel like you're heard. And especially, again, I keep saying, don't make so many changes at once. Let my body, you know, adjust to one thing, then change something else. But right now, I'm late for Depo, I'm late for Xolair, and I'm tapering back down on prednisone, and then this other medicine, she's like, well, we can, like, come down a little. I'm like, I totally get if you want to come down. Do we have to do it now? Like, let's space it out. Give my body time to breathe. We've all met it. It's chaotic in there, and I'm still fighting the infection, virus, thing. I don't even know what it is. My mom's still sick again. It's like you'll feel more normal after a couple days, and then like it just goes south again, and then it's like, okay, now like all the symptoms are back and you're struggling, and like for her it's a lot of weakness. I have a lot of weakness too, but you guys know like that's off and on for me. So for me it's really like the fevers and the chest pain, because the chest pain is so different with whatever acutely is going on. So that's definitely been bothering me a lot. And I've been having lovely stomach issues again, and we're hoping that my medication is here from Canada today. I hope. I did get saline supplies though, so I'm really happy about that. And then, yeah, I'm gonna stop. So I did the port organizational stuff, but it ended up being way too long, so that's going to be a separate video that will come out in the near future, but I stuck in this clip of me organizing some of my stuff anyway. Sometimes once you start like doing updates, you don't realize how long they are, to be honest. I'm already worried that this is going to be a long video. I'm really sorry. Alright, so then today was a whole bunch of like shenanigans. Oh my goodness, it was so stressful, and you try not to get stressed out about this stuff, but like once there's such a big lack of communication, at least for me, like it becomes stressful. Tell me what's going on. There's no stress. I'm fine. So the doctor was two whole hours late. Nobody was giving me information. Every time like I'm calling, they're like, well, the office doesn't pick up, because I have to go through the receptionist and then they call the office. It doesn't make sense. I don't know why they do it that way. It would be easier just to contact the office, but I can't. And like the office was not communicating what in the world was going on. Meanwhile, I find out the doctor's over there sending a code for Zoom, a video chat, to my landline. And I had specifically asked, I can't even tell you how many times, for it to be sent to my phone. And then she's like, oh, well, the patient's not picking up. She must not want her appointment. I'm like, well, I'm over here like calling the office like a maniac. Like, is the doctor running late? What's going on? And there was like silence. And she was like, oh, well, they said you only left one phone number. No, I've been a patient here for a while now, like going on I think 2 or 3 years. Two. It all gets jumbled together after a while, guys, which facility. And so I've been a patient there though for a while. They have all my information. It was just complete and utter nonsense. I was actually quite disappointed when I had called and I was like, is my doctor running late? And I used her name. They go, that's not who you're scheduled with. I go, what do you mean that's not who I'm scheduled with? I go, I confirmed that I am seeing my physician because I need to see my doctor. I don't like, I understand if I need to see another doctor, but I like the heads up. Because I said people can be quite rude. People don't enjoy dealing with my case, and I was very blunt with the receptionist. I was like, look, a lot of times I do get told, how in the world did I get stuck with a case like yours who's so complicated? I'm just filling in for Dr. So-and-so. I go, that's the reality of life with my diseases. And I like to be able to mentally prepare for that if needed. And just have the heads up. I was like, I'm sitting here thinking my doctor's calling me. And I was like, that's not really okay. And she's like, well, we don't have to tell the patient who they're seeing. I was like, yes, you do. That's actually not a law or anything. Like, we're entitled to know who we're seeing. Even with a pandemic, like communication, people, it's key, really. And then this doctor, it's just for, I have endometriosis, which I don't talk about a lot just because I no longer get a cycle. It's been medically paused because of my endometriosis. And it just hasn't been something that like I deal with all the time. And I know compared to so many other women, my endo is like laughable. Seriously, it's not that bad. I've seen really, really, really awful endometriosis. So that's why I just don't talk about it as much yet. I don't know about the future, obviously. And she's like, well, maybe we can switch your medicine from your depot. I was like, not in the middle of a pandemic, you don't. I was like, I have mast cell, and I'm trying to explain, and she's not fully hearing what I'm saying. that, you know, I have a lot of allergies. I can go anaphylactic quite easily. I'm still having allergic reaction, guys, to showering. I'm totally not up for changing meds for no reason. I was like, I will need a very, very good reason to switch medications, especially now when I don't have the option to go to the ER and I don't have an EpiPen on hand. Just not happening. I was like, I'm really, really sorry. That's not anything that I'm comfortable with. And then she very kindly pointed out that I have gained 30 pounds at the moment since high school. She had to look that up and was like, well, you've gained weight, you're heavier. Okay, first of all, yes, I am heavier, but my weight goes up and down, and it is quite rude and annoying to have people point that out so many times in an appointment. I was not very happy that she chose to keep pointing that out, because I was like, I'm on steroids, and that's something that I do for my body, and that saves my life, it saves my butt. And really, I gained 30 pounds, but I don't always eat, and it was like, no big deal. I was like, that weight that you had in my chart, I'm 5'8", and I was at 107 pounds. I was like, that's not a healthy weight for a girl my height. And like, completely didn't even hear anything that I'm saying. I was like, all she keeps focusing on, well, you're 30 pounds heavier, I need to make a note. It's like, all right, make your note if that makes you happy. But that's just, it's not something that I would encourage physicians to keep pointing out. Once your patient heard you, move on, because likely they know. And if they have other medical conditions, seriously, take that all into account. Take the other meds into account, not just what your specialty is. That's my public service announcement for the day. Totally forgot to wrap up this vlog earlier, and I ended up showering. First shower in a few days. Did not go as well as I would hope, but I'm happy that I'm able to breathe right now. Only had to take the inhaler 3 times. Which sounds pathetic, but you know, it is what it is, and I am seriously thankful that it wasn't worse. So I'm going to try to recover from my shower, get done some stuff for Bible study. I'm going to double check some stuff, get my to-do list for tomorrow, probably listen to some Bible study videos or my book, and then go to bed because I got to get up early because my nurse is coming tomorrow to access me. So thanks for hanging out with me today. Hopefully it was kind of an interesting video. Please make sure to subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys in the next video.